And chidip, kunye. All right, we are in week 10 doing our physical challenge. So we're gonna work on some stances today. So again, we went over some last week. We're gonna go over a couple more. So first things first, we're gonna do a horseback riding stance, right? So horseback riding stance is our legs are out, probably a little more than shoulder width, just like this. We're gonna bend our knees down. A lot of times, this is almost like when you're playing baseball. A lot of people like to stretch like this. They stretch their back. It's very similar to that. Our toes are facing forward, all right? Our knees are bent, and we wanna have a straight back. We don't wanna be hunched over like this, all right? We wanna be straight back. Our hands are gonna be on our belt, and our elbows can't be out here. They gotta be pulled back, just like this, all right? This is one of the most basic stances that we do in Taekwondo. Also, when we do the stance, we primarily do our blocks and strikes from here. So we'd be doing our punches from here and chambering on our belt. We'd also be doing knife hands. We'd be doing in blocks, out blocks, high blocks, down blocks, all the strikes that we have, all right? So again, try like this. So shake out your legs and then sink back in that stance like you're riding a horse, all right? Look at your knees. Are your knees bent? Are they straight? If they are, you gotta bend them again. Are my feet splayed out? Yeah, okay, well let's bring them back in, have them pointed forward. Am I leaning forward too much? Yeah, I should probably be straight and upright. Hands are on my belt, good. Just like this. That's a horseback riding stance. And again, when we do this, we wanna make sure that we're making a good fist and putting it on our belt so that we can do those strikes or blocks, okay? And remember, to make a fist, you're gonna close your hands just like this, like you're giving a thumbs up, and you're gonna lay your thumb over the first two knuckles. Some people like to go to the second and third, but it's primarily the first two knuckles, all right? Good job, all right. So, next one we're gonna do a front stance, all right? So we're gonna go, have our feet come about shoulder width apart, all right? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna slide one back and one forward, just like that. And when we do that, it's almost like the yoga warrior pose that we're doing, but we're actually gonna go just a little bit wider, all right? And when you're doing this, we wanna make sure our hips aren't opened up like this. We're not doing this like we're doing Warrior 2 that we've shown in other physical challenges. What we're doing is we're having our hip turned and it's gonna be square, all right? Square, we're not leaning forward, so our knee is bending and our weight is on our front leg, but we're not leaning forward with it. We're keeping our body upright and our posture right. You actually get a little bit of a stretch here. All right, just like that. Your feet, this back foot, should not be splayed out like this. It shouldn't be facing that way at all. It should be turned and facing the way that you're going, so that if you were to walk forward just with the stance, you'd come feet together, you'd turn out, and be in that stance again. If we're doing it again, we bring our feet together, turn out, stance. My body is staying straight each time I'm doing it. Straight and upright, just like that. Good, then when we do these things, we have our hands on our waist, or we do our blocks. So some forms that we do down block, step forward, punch, all right? It's a shift of weight, that's what is important about this front stance, all right? Once you get up into doing other stances too, or once you get up in belt level, you start doing forms that incorporate a lot more stances. So stances are very, very important to know. Also, it's good for your muscles. They could also provide a good stretch, but it's something we should always, always, always practice, because once you get it, it kind of sets in to your body, and then now I could just go to the horseback riding stance naturally without needing to correct it. I know what my knees need to be doing, I know what my back should be doing, and it has almost like a memorized position, all right? So we are gonna do a back stance now. So this is one you do later on. It's a lot more difficult for younger students, so if you can't get it right now, it's okay. But it's something you can work on and learn. And this video is going to be at your disposal, so you can keep rewatching it and seeing how to do this stance. So to do a back stance, I bring one foot and I face it out. I bring the other one and I bring it in here, almost like I'm making a T with my feet, a capital T. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to step my front foot forward, and I'm going to lean back and bend my knee so I'm on my back leg. While I'm doing that, my front leg is going to bend as well, a little bit. But 60% of my weight should be on my back leg. And then only about 40% should be on my front leg, all right? And it's just like this. A good thing that we do in back stances with this position is something called the double knife, like this, or a single knife. So we have one hand chambered on our belt, and the other hand we have our hand out like this, okay? What's good about the back stance is that with the front stance, our weight was on our front foot. With the back stance, our weight is on our back foot. And so there's some forms that you do when you get up to being a blue belt, a purple belt, or a brown belt that have these stances in them. And what is good about it is that it's a shift of weight, which also helps you have more power when you strike, okay? So my weight is 60% on my back leg, and when I shift to my front stance, that 60% then gets thrown into my front leg, and that comes off as power into it, all right? Weight transfer is very important. So that, for some, that might be a little difficult to understand, but over time, you'll get it. So again, if you're younger and you're trying to get this stance, make a T with your feet, step forward, and then squat down a little bit. Try that for now. And then over time, you can try to put that weight on that back leg for that back stance. And a single knife, just like this. My hands aren't open. My hand is making a knife, like a knife hand, just like that. Good. And that may hurt your back leg a little bit and make it a little tense, so shake it out. Try the other side. Good. Just like that. Remember, don't have your thumb out. Good. Switch feet, try the other side. Lean back, good. And good. All right, now let's try doing that front stance again. So let's have our weight come forward. Bend our knee. Am I leaning or am I straight? Good, just like that. My hands are either on my waist. Good, just like that. Am I leaning forward too much? Am I doing this? No, I want to be upright. Just like this. Okay? Also, a good indicator for the front stance. If you're here and your feet are like that and they're close, if you have somebody come by and push you, you'll actually fall over. All right? So we don't want to be able to fall over. So that's why we want to make sure when we do this, our legs are still wide. Wider than shoulder width. All right? Almost that wide. Good. Nice and concrete stance. Good. All right, try the other side now. Again, if you have a mirror, looking in the mirror really helps with stances. Sometimes I think my back is straight, like right now, but I'm actually leaning forward just a little bit, or my head is leaning forward too much, so I have to pull my body back. And that's okay. Good. All right, everybody, those are the 3 stances I want you to work on. So good job, and keep working hard. Giddy up, and kunye.